G'day guys, my name's Josh, you can call me JAWOODLE, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die, and welcome back to the Hardcore Specialist Perception playthrough, where we're learning how to use spears, how to use explosives and rifles, and really specialize ourselves into the perception skill tree. It is now day 6, we've got like a day and a bit before the Blood Moon Horde starts, so it's getting to the pointy end of the stick, which is just what a spear is, so it kind of makes sense I suppose. But today what I want to do, there's a couple of things actually. I was talking about at the end of the last episode how I wanted to start making my base today. I absolutely do quite badly need to do that. My concrete is still cranking away over here, which is good, but the sun has now risen and I need to go to see Trader Potato. I need to make myself a helmet light mod. I have all the appropriate gubs in my inventory already. But another thing I want to do today, I've been putting it off because the stone spear's been doing a bang up job as it is, but it might be time for me to finally upgrade myself to the iron spear. You actually upgrade the ability to make the iron spear with the first level. You can see there at the bottom of the description, the first level of Javelin Master gives you the ability to make the iron spear. I just usually don't upgrade to iron until I have a decent iron tool to upgrade to. Like a tier 1 or 2 iron whatever won't really be better than the stone version of it. So, I mean, that's the reason I don't do it for tools. I'm applying that logic to the weapons as well. But now that I can make a tier 3 and soon to be a tier 4 iron spear, that's where I'm going to be heading as well. So I need a whole bunch more forged iron. I only have 16. I need probably like 32 or something. What are they saying here? Need 32 out of that one. A tier 4 is probably 36 or somewhere around there. So I have my wrench. I do need to go and find myself. Let's just quickly scope out here. I'm pretty sure I did hear a zombie dog horde cruising through last night. Looks pretty clear now though. I do need to go find myself some workstations and some light poles and things like that. Places that I can break something down to grab some forged iron out of. Just because I can't forge it myself doesn't mean it's a lost cause. I can find it, I can get it, I can break it down. I just gotta find some stuff to do it first. I think that garage there will have a workbench inside. I'll double check it anyway on the way through. I'm just heading kind of in the general direction of the tradies. Even though he hasn't opened for another hour and a bit, I still want to get there right on time so I can get cracking along with that nice and early. So there's a bunch of different theories out there about what the best way to break down things are. Like the best way to start the game is. That's the best thing about a sandbox game. You can play it your own way. You don't have to conform to other people's ideas of what the right way to do it is. Yep, there's a workbench. I'll go in and grab that. If it's a working one, even bloody better. But like, as I said kind of at the start of this is just how I think the perception tree should be done. This is how I think the best way to start the game would be. You can do, ooh, sneaky loot up there too. You can do whatever you want. It is a destroyed one. You can do whatever floats your boat the besterest. I'm just playing how I think the best way to do it is. Let's get rid of you. Let's grab that one and start breaking you down. There's some forged iron there. So I probably should double check this. I think I had like 16 back at home. So like I need another like 20-ish. Somewhere around there will be enough for me, I hope. But I'm not gonna get out of the one. I'm gonna have to find some more. 10 per pop. That's all right. We should have another couple around. It's not over yet. I'm not going to say no to some extra cobble and concrete, am I? Given like part of my job today was to build bases and having the resources, not only build a base, but then keep it upgraded and repaired after hordes come and beat on your shit is probably a good idea too. Nothing in you, couple of bits of lead. I would like to get up to the tippy top, please. Can I do that? Let's go ramp block. Put you down like that so I can crawl under that one and get up to the next one. Nothing else up here. Nice, easy pieces. A working stiff box and a shotgun messiah. Who knows? Maybe I will find an iron spear. That'd save myself so much effort if I could just stumble across one. I'll scrap you. I'll take the repair kit. Repair kits are always a good time. What's in the shotgun messiah box? Hopefully something worth my while. Nothing worth my while. All right, well, you guys can be sold. We'll go to the tradies anyway. I probably should have brought the stuff. It's not Trader Potato Day. So Tradie restocks tomorrow. So I'll make sure I go and see him tomorrow morning, if nothing else. That's okay. That's alright. Our mission today is to build the base and get an iron spear. And so far, we're off to a pretty good start for that. Was it in the basement of this joint or was it in the garage out the back? There was another workbench around here, so wasn't there? Yes, there he is. There you are. It is a working one. How long is my helmet light going to take? Helmet light mod. I'm going to take a minute. All right, fair enough. Then I'll get you crafting then. And while I'm waiting for you, I'll break down the rest of this. May as well do it here. I mean, no real harm and no real foul. Okay, this is good. So I'll do that. once I have enough resources, I do need the next level up as well to make it tier 4. Tier 3 is about the first level in my mind that I think it's worthwhile potentially making yourself an iron tool. But tier 4 definitely will be. It's all about the stamina drain that higher tier stuff uses. So even though it's a higher tier and does more damage, it will use more stamina to swing it as well. So it's not always just a no-brainer to upgrade it, which is kind of annoying. Personally, I think that like, if you're going to be upgrading your tools like that, it should be a no-brainer to upgrade, but that's not the way it works in 7 days. 7 days does not conform to your normal logic settings. That's fine. That's alright. Give me more cobble. Gonna need lots of cobble, I think. Bonds are at level 14. That's the skill point that I needed. Now, I was originally going to put it into rifles first, because I've got the rifle does more damage, but now that I've got them all balanced, next level into Javelin Master. More importantly, craft quality 4 good spears. Nice, nice, nice. Extra lovely dovely. Make sure there's nothing else in here. I could get some extra forged iron from. I probably should have. This is my bad, actually. I probably should have before now been keeping an eye out for any weights rooms, like a home gym or something. If you find some dumbbells somewhere, grab you, thank you, and bang you straight into the old noggin. Modify, boom, like that. Put you back on my head. Press F to turn my light on. There we go. Now we can see a whole lot better. It does ruin our stealth rating, but that's okay. That's alright. Our Speary boys are still doing a heckin' good job. But if I had found a home gym somewhere with some dumbbells, like a bench press, that's worth a lot of forged goods. So I wish I'd have found some of those along the trip. That's okay. Who knows? If I find some more later on, I'll break those down. We good? We're fine. We're laughing. Oh, I need to break down a bench, don't I? That's right. Silly me. Need to get that 10 extra forged iron. So now I have 20 forged iron, and the spear, now it's tier 4, needs 40. So it was either 14 or 19 forged iron I had back at home, or was it 12? I don't know. Somewhere in the above, somewhere between 10 and 20. Not that that's really helping me like narrow that down at all. But I should need just one more workstation of any kind, whether it be a chemistry station or a cement mixer. I could probably even head down to the construction site. I don't think I broke down the cement mixer down there. It was a broken one. I don't think I actually broke it down myself and took the parts out of it. So I should probably head down there and break that one down as well. It's a bit of a waste of time, but I think it might be worth the gamble. G'day, bud. I know I haven't done your job you gave me a long time ago, but that's okay. Take all of those off me. Take that off me, because I need some fluids, please. Oh, you're expensive. It's expensive to buy some coffees off ya. What is this, freaking Starbucks? All right, calm down there with your ridiculously over-sugared frappuccino. Never bloody mind, I just want a regular drink, please. Nothing in there. Well, screw you too. You're terrible, you got no stock. I came back to Bob's Boars just to check if I'd got that cement mixer, and sure enough, I hadn't. So that's some free iron just there. Anything else Red might give me some? There's some like consoles over there. They give me some as well. I don't think it's forged on anymore. There might just be regular iron and electrical parts. Break you down. One more, please. There you go. Actually, an extra 10. So I got 30 there. I definitely have more than 10 back at home. So I might just skip going down to the construction site and just use that, because I only need the one tier 4 spear. I can keep my stone spear on me as a way to open those doors, to throw it at monster closets to pop them open for free. So I'll keep that on me for that one, because it's essentially cheap and easy. I can't think of anything else that's really pressing for me. Which way is home? Home is that way. Let's kick on out that way. Grab this stump on the way through in case it has some honey, and also check the garage. Always check garages on your way through. There is a vendor down there as well. It could be a broken one. If it is a broken one, it's a good chance to get some steel. Oh, fuck. G'day, mate. That is a real big boy. Put it around straight through your nose, because I do not want to deal with this shit today if I can all avoid it. There we go. Second one took your chops off. Dire wolves are no bueno. That is not a good time to stumble across one of those. I'm glad I saw it from a mile away. Shouldn't be that difficult considering it's the size of a freaking boulder. So people were telling me, and people do tell me this quite a bit, that there's a better way to harvest, a faster way to harvest. I don't really feel like saving that much time in harvesting is that big of a deal, because I'm standing here right now getting my stamina back. But like the theory is that you look up from it, press right, I did that right, press right click and then look down quickly as the animation's going. So like that. And is that really like noticeable quicker than like just sitting here and just harvesting it like a normal person? I don't know. I'm not too concerned with saving myself like a fraction of a second here or a fraction of a second there. I'm not speedrunning this like properly. I'm just kind of going, you know, there are things that you should be like paying attention to the efficiencies of, and other things that don't really matter. I'm not going to sit here with a calculator and a stopwatch to make sure that I'm harvesting every second possible. It's fun, you know, just stick your knife in, see what comes out the other side, and enjoy all the goopy guts. Perfect. Also, g'day bud, how you doing? I love the range. I love the range. I sprinted over here, so I'm knackered, I can't stab anymore. But the range of the spears is ridiculous. I'm quietly starting to like it a little bit, and that's dangerous. It was 16. Of the 3 numbers I thought it was 16 iron, so I'll grab you. I need wood, leather, duct tape. I have not enough duct tape. I do have some bones, and no murky waters. Okay, I might have to go get some murky water real quick, make myself some glue to make myself some duct tape, but I've got everything else on me ready to go. Cool bloody banana. Do I have just like regular glue? Ah, easy. Already got glue. Don't even worry about it. So duct tape. I'm gonna make 2 of those real quick. And then, that's how you spell spear, Josh. Way to go, fat fingers. And a special dialing wand. Craft one of you. Gonna take 2 minutes or 3 minutes, but that's all right. So now that that's out of the way, I can scrap you because you're no longer worthwhile. You can go back to there, and my door opening spear can go into that slot. So that's been my new main weapon. We're pretty well armed at this point. We've got lots of pipe bombs. We've got lots of, well, ammo for a hunting rifle. One thing I do need to do though, because I've gone and double checked it, I've confirmed that the regular ammo, even with the penetrator perk, no longer penetrates zombies. So I need to get some AP ammo, which hopefully I can buy from old matey Tradie Protady. I should go check that today. It's 9:30. Who restocks tomorrow? I want to make sure that I get ahead of that. So let's take all of you. Let's get this one. Let's go modify and put you into there for some extra dollary dues. Thank you very much. I will grab a pipe and repair that. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. The rest of this stuff can all go away. It's going to sort out my life, but this needs to go get sold. Before I leave, just double check our concrete. It's still cracking away. That's peachy bloody keen. Get out here, please. Why don't I have to go grab... Oh, jeez, yeah, 7 Days doesn't like ladders at all. I might have to go grab some, like, hay bales or something and just put them down here so I can just leap out of my window up there and not have to worry about spraining my ankle by landing awkwardly on the tile roof. Land on the shingle the wrong way and you're going to splinter all of your ankle bones. That doesn't sound particularly worthwhile at all. So I head back to tradies, I'll sell the gubs and buy what I can. I do want to find some AP ammo. So the base that I kind of have planned for this is going to take advantage of, I mean, that's kind of the point, right? You build a base, quickly just check you for some more eggs, you sausage. You build a base that suits your playstyle. So if I'm playing Perception with spears and rifles, I want something that's going to keep zombies in line with me with enough time to use my explosives or get some penetrating goodness going on. So I have an idea of what to build. Of course, you could just go straight Killing Corridor. Obviously, Killing Corridor is the best base for any sort of situation that you're going to be in. As long as you've got some sort of range on you, a Killing Corridor is going to be the way to go. But if I'm going to try and use the explosives, that's kind of the hard bit. I want to slow them down while they're coming towards me and also keep them single file. It's going to take some doing, but I think I got a way to do it. But first and foremost, need penetrating rounds and eggs. I already rated that one. Never mind. I almost sold my tier 4 spear. It's finally showed up and I almost bloody sold it. What kind of damage are you doing, by the way? 49 power attack. That's actually pretty low. I was hoping for somewhere in the low 50s. High 40s is a bit of a shame. 14 melee damage. Compare that to the stone spear. So stone spear does 1342 and uses 18 stamina. Spear Boy uses 20 stamina, 1419. So it's not actually that much better. This is what I was talking about. Like an iron spear, like going from like a semi-sharp stone on a twig up to like a proper iron metal weapon, you should be doing considerably more damage. If you should be excited finding any iron tools, any like next tier up, like if you find a steel one, it's considerably better than an iron one. Iron should be considerably better than steel, in my opinion, but they're just kind of not. They're a bit borderline. If the stamina cost was high and it wasn't doing that much damage, even that's a bit like iffy. So if it was lower than that, I probably wouldn't have bothered. But anyway, sell you and you and you and you. All of those and that one. Seriously? You're not going to freaking buy that off me, you great bloody galah? It's worth $1,000 dues. Like fucking, yeah, nah, mate. I should have sold that one first rather than the other ones that I had because they were worse. I didn't get much money for them. I wouldn't mind a set of shades. Set of shades gives me an extra level in perception of playing perception. That would actually be really handy. That'd save me 2 skill points as well, because the next level perception cost me 2. So that's going to be really bloody handy down the track. But that's what I'm here for right now. That's a fortitude set of goggles, a looting set of goggles. That's my normal go-to, but not today. Right, AP. AP rounds. Nothing in you. Check your secret stash. Nothing in you. Seriously, dude? You got donuts for me? You sad sack of shit. At least have something on offer for me. You're giving me nothing. Giving me absolutely nothing. I've come in waving dollary doos around. You've shown me the bloody door. You flapping pelican.
Y'all come back now.
I will if you have anything for me to buy. At the moment, you're just a waste of a majestic beard. I may as well test my new spear. There's a oh, no, it was just a patch of dirt. It wasn't a bird's nest. There's a mo just cruising around out here. Let's use the range. Such good range. Right, so I'll knock him down in like 2. But yeah, it's not doing quite as much damage. Admittedly, Mo is a reasonably tough zombie. It gives you extra experience because of that, but he's still pretty bloody tough, pretty tanky, but I'd hope it'd be doing more. Oh well. Oh well. Beggars can't be choosers, and I guess it's something better than nothing. Alright, let's head back home. It's almost midday, so I've got enough time. I should be building my base today. I'll get started on that right away. I'm gonna go with, like, most of the bases that I build are elevated bases, which isn't so much, I mean, it's normal for me to do it. It's just kind of, it makes sense. If the zombies are going to find, or if we're going to pathfind, going to find the avenue to get to you and follow that, if you raise yourself off the ground, you give them one avenue to get to you, which means you can control the zombies. You control the zombies, you control how they're going to go through Horde nights. And that's just smart cricket. You know, that's just playing solid defense to a good Yorker. You can't score runs of every ball. Sometimes you have to like play the game properly and do what you got to do. So like build an elevated little bunker, I suppose, with an avenue or entry and defend that. I have it in my head. You'll see what I mean in a second. Grab my cobble and my flagstone blocks. I'll grab those as well. Grab the concrete. What I don't have, rather annoyingly, is a hammer. I would have loved to have had a hammer by now. It hasn't gone my way, but that's alright. I'll deal with just the stone axe. Got enough time to upgrade it. Like a nail gun clearly is the dream. All my concrete's done. But that's not how it's going to roll out for me this time. I could potentially raid the Working Stiffs tools next door if I was really desperate for it, but I'd rather just spend the time actually building the base than worrying about any of that. Go long chicken. Alright, that was a bit long. A little bit long. That's right. Didn't actually need it. Just kind of wanted to go for the glory shot. Now it's just like fucking off, taking his tail feathers. And gonna go raid a pie factory. Where am I gonna build the base? Where am I gonna build the base? I want to build it far enough away from my house that zombies don't spawn inside it during the Horde, but close enough that if I'm the Muppet that I know that I am, I can still run home and grab some supplies when I inevitably forget it. So I think just kind of out here on this little, I don't know, this little billabong of a road out here. It's a nice flat area. It's got tarmac underneath, so it's relatively strong. This looks like a good place to me. This is going to do nicely. So let's go like this. I'm going to go 2 wide. How long do I need? So I might even, if this is where I'm going to be standing, this needs to be the strongest support. So we'll go like this. Always make sure the footing underneath your feet is as strong as possible. So I'm going to go like a block of 6, I think. Now, how tall do I actually want this to be? That's, what, 3 tall, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. Let's go like 4, 5. 6 or 7 is kind of ideal, I suppose, but 5 will do the trick, especially for a first Horde. You can kind of upgrade this as you go along down the track. We'll just go 6. I've got the resources. It's fine. Let's just go 6. All the way up to 6. The problem is you want to build it too high because eventually, like, the zombies do complex algebra in their head at all times. And if you build yourself too high off the ground, they'll just look at whatever your path you build and go, fuck that noise. I'm not taking that. I'll just gobble up your throbbing shaft instead and collapse your entire bunker. So I want to try and avoid that, but I do want to have some space up here for me to move. Now, on the fronts, while I'm thinking of it, let's get some poles like you. We're going to go advanced rotation and stick you. Do I want to go flat there or one up like there? I think, this is always the question I get stuck on. I think that will be fine. And we'll duplicate that up to the top. So I've got a nice window here to stab through. The reason I went this way, not the other way around, is because if it was the other way around, I'd have this pole sitting on top of that one, which means if I'm trying to stab through this gap, especially if they're a little bit lower than me, which we'll see in a second, I might clip that pole a little bit more. So this will hopefully work a little bit better for me. Now that I'm up here though, did I bring any wood? I didn't bring wood, that was silly. All right, that's fine. Let's go back to the regular blocks. Again, holding R to bring up that shape menu. Drop down. It seems a little high, but that's okay. The higher up, I mean, there is a sweet spot, but the higher up you are, the less chance you have of them trying to break down this instead. Yeah, if I had my time again, I'd definitely build this just to be 5 high, not 6 high. Not that it really matters too much. It's just because I just don't want to overstretch myself, I suppose. Like, you put in the effort now and it will pay off later on anyway. I just get nervous about it sometimes, you know? So with this next bit, this is where I'm going to be relying on the spear's knockdown ability more. So the knockdown chance of the spear is actually pretty good, as this doesn't tell you here, but like, you see a bunch of times, you stab a Jeffrey in the face, they usually go down like the sack of shit that they are. So I want to try and rely on that. This isn't going to be like a flat out killing corridor. It isn't going to like be exploiting the cheese of like making them see a block that isn't there and setting them down to restart. It is going to be a proper base, but what I do want to have, ooh, do I want to go that? No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go that way. Like that. So I want to build a bit of a chute along this way. Do the same on the other side. Like that. Because then the idea is the zombies will path across this. They will still run up to here and run across here and try and eat me through the slot. But if I make them go goopy, they're going to slide down there, back down to the bottom, and then they have to come all the way up back around again and to try and have their way with me all over again. So, assuming I can ragdoll them, I should be able to kill them. And that's where, if I can make this jump, yep, around like that, that's where this comes in handy. So they're going to be standing a little bit lower, so I can stab through here and be alright. So that's going to get me headshots, it's also going to get me dick shots a bit further on down the track as well. That's going to work out a-okay. All right, let's continue on. Let's keep on building. Yeah, see, I've just built it too high. It looks silly being that high. It looks like a freaking giraffe with some bars over its eyes, like it's wearing freaking Kanye West sunnies, but whatever. Giraffe wants to do that, giraffe wants to do that. Maybe it won't see the lines quite as easily, though. Might be a little bit silly. But now, so I've got this. So what I've done, so I've got this slot here, which is 1, 2, 3 blocks across. And what I'm gonna do, I haven't counted that out, but it looks about right to me. I'm going to build the stairway down from over here. And this is why having like it being really tall is kind of counterintuitive, because now it just takes so much more to build this than I wanted it to. The stairs had to be so much longer, which means they're going to be hopping and skipping and jumping around here so much more than I was hoping. This takes a long time to get up to the top. But I mean, at the very least, as it stands right now, that would function as some sort of horde base in quotation marks. But now we're going to get a little jiggy with it. Just a little bit jiggy with it. Let's grab flagstone poles. And I want you to go like that. One there, leave that block free. One there, leave that block free. And that one there and there. Because I want to try and stagger their approach as much as possible. So when a zombie cruises up here, they have to jump up each one of these, and every time they land, they take a moment to gather their footing properly. They take a moment to get stable on their toesies before they continue on. So they jump up here, and as soon as they're here, there is now potential for me to get multiple kills with armor-piercing ammo. So they're going to stand here, there'll be another zombie standing here, one in front, one in front, one in front. So as I progress through the penetration tree, I'll be able to get more and more kills per bullet. But more importantly, as I come up this way now, they'll have to jump over this one. They'll stagger again. Jump over this one. Stagger again. Jump over this one. If they stagger here, they'll fall through the slot, wake up themselves in the gutter down the bottom, like after a particularly heavy night on the bourbons, and be like, ah, shit. Alright, guess I go again. Run back this way and start from scratch. So, it's about using the zombies' traits against them. You know, like what they teach you in all the martial arts, assuming I was someone who had the physicality to train in any sort of decent sport. You know, you use your opponent's strengths against them. Their strength has been super bloody smart and be able to jump over obstacles. Well, let them do that, but use it to your advantage instead. I know that normally I build pyramid stairs, so like using the stairs and the quarter stairs to build like a nice solid pyramid down here, but I'm trying to save on resources this time. I blew my resource load by building this so bloody tall. So instead, I'm just going to go like this, have a nice little platform. So hopefully instead of them getting stuck kind of on here like they normally do, they'll get to here and make that jump there and continue on that way and up and away. I've got 80 blocks left of flagstone. I haven't even started upgrading with like, you know, to cobble and whatnot yet. Maybe I have time to find a hammer after all. As long as I pour all my concrete before midday tomorrow, that'll be all right. I need some wood to make some ladders. A little shrub over here, which I'll quickly break down. I need a way up into my little, like, bunker area. And more importantly, just like I was talking about with those, like, that 2-block rule with the ladders back at home base, gonna be using the same thing here as well. So skip the bottom 2, start there. 1, 2, 3. I keep thinking it's only 6 tall. It's not. 2 of those, please. There and there. In fact, while you're at it, I'll still do the same thing I did back home just to avoid potentially missing this jump when you really don't want to. On face, there, there, and there. Just so, again, you don't smack the top of your head on the bottom rung of the ladder. You just gotta get in the right spot, jump, and you're up nice and easily. Okay. So yeah, as is, this would work fine. I could go away now and raid for the next day and a half and still probably survive the Horde, but I want to make sure this is idiot-proof. I'm an idiot. I need to make sure that I can't bid this, because if I can, I absolutely will. Although, aesthetics do still matter, so let's get that one. I want to put you around and stick you on the correct side, like that. There, and there, and there. Just so, like we're looking from the bottom down here, it has like a nice kind of curve to it. I could just make that square, just like make that a butt joint, but I kind of want to like get some nice aesthetics going to it. Always going to make sure that you're living in a base you're happy with, not just one that's thrown together with a bit of wood glue. Wood glue is amazing, by the way. I shouldn't disparage it like that. I don't want this to feel too claustrophobic in here, so I'm going to use the same kind of thing as I did before. In fact, what can I go with? Let's go with, where is it? The regular wedge, that one. And spin it around, so it goes like that. So then at least it still like looks like it's sloping down to like the front over there, but I can go and get my regular blocks and put a regular roof on. It's kind of like in Minecraft, you know? Like you could build a house and live in a ditch that's 2 blocks tall, but it feels like you're scraping the top of your scalp along the ceiling every time you walk around. That's just no fun for anyone. Now that I have that there, let's drop down to this bit. Now this is another pretty important part actually. Oh, I built that a little bit too high. It looks a bit weird. That's okay. That's all right. I want to go and I want to get this and stick it on the face and put a nice, there we go, a nice little crown along the front like that. Purely because it means if zombies they do have the chance to stack up on top of each other, kind of like in World War Z, where like they use each other as ladders. But if I put that there, it's kind of a 2-fold protection. It stops zombies getting over here and climbing each other and getting up on my roof, which would be bad. It's also going to stop spider zombies. If they try and take a jump and try and hit that gap, they'll bonk their noggins on this and get pushed down through the gap instead. Kind of like using the backboard in basketball. So that protection is 2-fold, which is good for me. Put you along there. Nice. That is done. That is like the main structure built out of flagstone. Flagstone's weak as piss, so we'll upgrade it anyway. But as it stands right now, there's no more like actual construction to do. It's just already there and waiting. One more actually, while I'm thinking of it. Just like, as I said, just idiot-proofing it because I'm an idiot. I want to get some poles. I want to put it flat on the ground again. And just put an extra pole like there. Purely so I know that if I stand behind that, I'll be fine using the range of the spear again. Zombies do have extender arms that can reach through and tickle you in all the worst ways just by reaching through that gap. So if I stay behind this, I know that I have the outreach. I have the advantage over all the undead. So now that that's all built, it's time to upgrade the important parts. Cobble up to concrete. Get that poured. It's going to take a little while to dry, so I'll probably come back first thing tomorrow morning before the Horde and upgrade these to reinforced, because these need to be heckin' strong. This is where the majority of the zombie damage is going to be going down. So they can all go to concrete. I should also go, while I'm thinking of it as well, and make sure that like at least the middle block of this, potentially all of the bottom area down here, if I have enough concrete, all of this needs to be nice and strong as well. Because if they can't get through the bars at the top, if they do their zombie math, their structural engineering math, and go, you know what, it's going to take longer for me to beat through those poles up there than just to beat through the base of the structure and collapse it, they'll collapse it. It's kind of why the zombies are super smart now, and also why they're kind of exploitable for that same reason. When like back in like Alpha 16, when they were just like stupid zombies, just what you think of a zombie, they just like go in a direction and run and break whoever they get in contact with. It was far harder to kind of work around them. But now that they, you know, are always going to try and outsmart you, you can lure them into traps. We'll go like this, get this all nice and strong. All I'm going to do is make sure these are concrete and all the poles, like those ones up there as well, should be concrete too. But after that, we'll be sweet. Bonds mate level up. We've got another skill point to spend. Upgrading stuff to concrete, by the way, gives you heaps of experience. So make sure if you do have XP goggles, you're wearing them to do this. I've upgraded the facade of my bunker up there because I don't want to try to come around the sides. Not that they really can, because if they try to, they'll fall off the slopes anyway. So I've upgraded those. I upgraded the slope, like the slot itself to concrete. Mostly just in case I'm an idiot and I miss my shots or I stab past zombies and I do some damage. So make sure they're nice and strong. I'm just going to go around and upgrade the blocks above the concrete here to cobble. Flagstone is just not to be trusted. It's way too weak, and a dedicated zombie, if they do start crowding on top of each other, they can hit 3 high. So I want to try and avoid that if I can. The crickets are chirping and the rain is falling, so it's 7 PM. Upgrade you guys. How are we looking for resources now? I've got 800, so 88 blocks worth of concrete left. I've got not a lot of cobble left over. So I think I'm actually going to go and upgrade where I think the zombie's going to do some damage down here. They usually hit the second block up first, so those ones there. That'll keep all that supported though. And I want to kind of get maybe these ones down here supported as well. I'm running out of cobble. I can get more, so not too much of a problem. Bond's made another level up. We're also telling about getting XP for building stuff. You always bloody do. To make these strong, that should remove just like one of the last weaknesses for them. That concrete's already setting, which is good. How much have I got left? A bit. Okay, let's upgrade these as well. So I've really just made sure that if worst comes to worst, none of this should collapse, and they also shouldn't break their own pathing. That's really the only 2 things you have to think about. I'm sure there's something I've forgotten because, again, I'm an idiot, but hopefully we'll find it before too late. That's the last of that. I've got very little cobble left over. That's okay. I'll actually do the poles on the ground in here because I think they will actually serve me a purpose. Wasn't really my intention when I started, but it might actually help me in regards to keeping dogs and stuff out, so I'll keep those upgraded as well. All the concrete poles are starting to dry, but real quick, where's the zombie when you bloody need him? I'm going to quickly run over here and see if I can pick a fight with some dick cheese inside the fire station, because I just want to run some zombies through it just to make sure it's going to work how I want it to. So, knock knock, anyone in here? There should be a couple. Got an Arlene and probably a friend. Neither of you are ferals. Make sure those doors open just in case there is someone inside there. Now, if you guys could very generously donate some of your time and your energy as well, I suppose, to come out and test out my horde base for me. Got a hooligan and arms. All right, come on, everyone. Come over this way. I just want to run it real quick. That's the point you get to in 7 days. Eventually, you can start just using zombies as your own playthings. Let me just check for some eggs while you guys are fumbling around. Nope, no eggs. Come on. Look, I know it's almost night time, but I need to move a little bit faster. A little hustle wouldn't go astray here. All right, nice. You're getting nice and close, so I'm going to duck up to here. That should mean, yep, he's going to cruise past the ladders. Arlene should do the same. Looks like she's going to. Yep, and Hoodie's heading over to the stairs to come up and see me up the top. Oh, jeez, I panicked. I know it's like it's a storm at the moment and it's raining, but even so, I heard the thunder. I know the horde's not too far away, so I puckered just that little bit. Where are ya? Come on. Come on, hurry up. I'm actually going to let the Hoodie run through, well, not run, but slowly stumble through the horde base to make sure he gets all the way to here as I want him to. There we go. All right, so right there, you can see as it is, that, okay, Arlene stumbled and fell off the side, but if she hadn't stumbled and been the muppet that she is, I would be able to take in a double shot right there through his chest, into Arlene's chest. Oi! Jump it, please. Don't swat it. Dude, that's rude. Stop breaking my shit. I need you to not do that. I don't know why you're stopping there. You should be jumping over that. There you go. Drop down to there. Comes across to this bit. He's going to stop right about there. And I can hit him in the face and he falls down. See what I mean? The plan works perfectly. Okay, now that I've tested it, let's just put you down. We'll make sure you don't do any more damage to me. It's getting a little bit late, but that's all right. Put you down. I'll quickly go and upgrade those poles if I can. Oh, man. Okay, I'm glad that it works. Just like a little bit of a hiccup, a little tickle, but that's okay. Right, you upgrade to reinforce. Cost me 10 per pop. That's fine. Upgrade all of these so they're ready to go tomorrow. Up to reinforced concrete on that one. I've got plenty of concrete left over. Jeez, I was worried about concrete. I shouldn't have been worried about it at all, actually. What parts? In fact, if I've got that much concrete left over, let's get real rowdy with it. Let's go those poles up to concrete there as well. And I'll do the whole facade up to concrete. And then I'll also do, assuming I have the cobble left, I never thought cobble would be the one that I was running out of. I'll also do these blocks down here because they do have a tendency to swing as they're falling, so I want that to be nice and strong too. It is actually supported by the, I'm out of cobble, there you go. It is actually supported by the rest of the structure anyway, but just making sure that it's all good all the way down so any errant swings don't cause any problems for me. This is smart, this is playing clever. Upgrade all the way to concrete. It's now after 9 o'clock, bonds mate level 17, 3 skill points to spend. It's good, it's good. Base building is always good for leveling up. If you do run out of cobblestone while you're building stuff, you can just quickly duck over to the side of the road, dig the sand on the side, that'll give you bulk stones that you need, dig some soil as well while you're here, that'll give you the clay soil that you need, and then boom. I didn't need that many, but sure, that'll do for me. Just need to upgrade all one of them. It's getting a little bit late, but making the most of our time. Upgrade you. Nice. I probably could put maybe like, I don't know, some doors or something on the backside over here. I'm not too worried about that. The only thing I have to worry about for the first horde is going to be vultures. There won't be cops, so you do build yourself some cover for cops, stuff like that, so they don't vomit on you when they're running up to your horde base, but that shouldn't be a problem tonight, even though I am, what, game stage 26. We're kicking through it pretty quickly. That's kind of like the negative of increasing the double XP. Yes, to get levels faster also means the game gets harder faster. So this horde, despite being day 7, is actually probably more akin to a day 14 or something in terms of difficulty. So we'll close you down. We're good, we're back home, we're happy as bloody Larry. We'll chow down on some extra bacon and eggs that I made for myself. Also treat ourselves to some water. Maybe a frothing as well. Get it inside and feel like the tingles on your tongue. It is now night time, so I'll turn my helmet light off just to like decrease my visibility. Cruising around at your home base with your helmet on is a surefire way to piss off a zombie or two and have them beat down your walls. I don't really want that to happen to me, so I'm gonna make sure that it is off. There's not actually much for me to do tonight. I do have those skill points though, so let's see what we can spend it on. I've got tier 3 javelins, may as well go tier 3 explosives and tier 3 deadeye. Now if I buy those XP goggles tomorrow, it means I can spend that extra skill points into the next level of penetrator as well. So with the AP ammo, so this is the, yeah, they've changed it. It used to be, I promise, it used to be, back when Alpha 19 first dropped, that penetrator on regular ammo, if you bought the penetrator perk, penetrator ammo would penetrate targets, but AP ammo did it better. Now, it clearly says armor piercing rounds, so it's only AP ammo apparently, but if I get those, it's going to be 2 additional targets. That's not a bad shout. If I buy all the AP ammo from him tomorrow and he's got nothing else, I'll try and buy the perception shades. If I don't have any AP ammo, I'll try and buy them regardless, but that's kind of the next thing on my list. The other things are kind of like, I don't think they're particularly necessary. Infiltrator, yeah, it helps, but just like paying attention, not stepping on landmines and breaking down those sound traps earlier will do you more benefit anyway. Plus like loose boards and landmines and stuff, triggering slightly slower. Debatable benefit if you just kind of, if you fall through, you'll fall through. Half a second may not be enough for you to save your life anyway. Animal tracker, I've never needed it. As I said the other day, I've got a whole sack of meat in the box right now and I don't have any points for that. Lucky Looter, I will die on that hill that Lucky Looter is the tits and you should always have Lucky Looter in any build you have. Just finding better loot through the journey is always going to be a good time. I know that's a conversation and a discussion that people have whether that's worthwhile or like if it's worth spending somewhere else because it's of debatable benefit for the first couple of levels. I stand by that it's worth it though. Treasure Hunter, you see me find plenty of treasures already, don't need that. Salvage operations, that is actually useful, but I don't need it right now. That's probably the next thing. Once I've sorted myself out, I get to kind of like the plateau of, you know, what is it? Level 7. So once I get like tier 4s on that stuff, I usually start getting the extras. So salvage operations would be the next one after that, but not super useful right now. Again, this is just me. Play how you want. This is how I would build my perception class. So we're cruising up to midnight now. I'm a little bit thirsty, so I'll drink some more water. I'm not very hungry though, so we're pretty fine on that front. Put that back away. So I built that base that, you know, I don't know what to call it really. I don't know, like a hurdle base, I suppose, just to try and get that extra stag room. That's what I was more going for with that kind of idea. There's the bunker, which is pretty stock standard to keep myself safe. Then I wanted the zombies to act a certain way, so that's what I built. Probably, it's tough. Probably the next best and maybe even slightly better base for this kind of build would be like the hatch hallway, which I've done a video on before, like a flat out just like start to finish build of a hatch hallway, which is effectively just a narrow corridor with a bunch of hatches to slow the zombies down. Now I built that originally back in fists only, way back in Alpha 17, because you get nice up and close to zombies and reach out and punch them in the nose. But seeing as that's kind of how like the spear and rifle combo works, my nose is really itchy by the way, it's absolutely sodding me off. I'm trying to ignore it for so long, I couldn't do it anymore. But yeah, like the hatch hallway for this would be really good as well, because you can get a bit further back as well, but the zombies will just kind of like group up and pile up at your entryway. And with the penetrator perk, you're shooting through them anyway, so that'll work really well. So if you want another base to build for this, hatch hallway, if I remember, I'll try and put like a little link in the top corner or something. Never done it before, probably won't do it this time, but if I remember, I will. So you can go watch that one, and that'll be another good base for this, but that's about does it for today, I think. I'll have to come back and continue this into the hatch night. Into the Horde night. It's Horde night tomorrow night. The waves of zombies are going to be coming down. But I want to go, now that I have that built, I'll go there first thing in the morning, upgrade anything I think might need upgrading, but it's pretty much good to go just as is. So I might try and punch through the working stiffs next door to try and find a hammer. I want a hammer to do repairs to those poles through the night with my leftover concrete. I have to have leftover concrete, by the way. Future Josh, please don't use all your concrete doing upgrades. So I want to have a hammer for that. That's really the only thing left on my list. But I'll have to come back and complete that list in the next episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of the Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked, make sure you hit the like button down below, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.